Alright, good morning folks. This will be the demo for completing the wagon. In order to do this video, you should already have your entirely completed chassis, wheels, seat. All of this should be done. Okay, so moving forward, we're going to use the actual reference images, which you can see are visible in your other side views, and we're going to add this covering. Now, you should make sure that the edges of the chassis boards at the topmost part do actually fit to the reference images. So note, see how these fit there. This one we're gonna not follow as much, but more width-wise. This one should definitely fit too. Okay, so to get started, we're just gonna grab a torus. I'm gonna pull that up here. And my torus section radius, so again under the inputs in the channel box, I'm gonna make this 0.1. I'm gonna go a little smaller than that, 0.05. There we go. And what I'm gonna do is just simply rotate this on the X 90 degrees forward. Bingo. Let's pop into the front view. And so what we have here, whoops, what's going on here? There we go. So we're going to want to get our topmost part of this to fit. So I'm going to just scale this up. Oh, better way to do this, because I want to maintain my section radius, I want to increase my radius. And that will keep my section radius at a reasonable thickness. Alright, and let's see, there we go. Alright, so that'll be about good. So next portion, I'm going to switch into face mode, click and drag across all the faces on the bottom half, delete. Okay, so you have this. Now in my side view, I'm going to just line this up right here in the middle. And next thing I'm going to do, come out here, and what I'm going to do is in edge mode, because there are no faces left here, I'm going to come here and double click on the loop. Okay, and come across here and grab the other side and shift double click to add this loop as well. Alright, and what I'm going to do with those, no, I'm not just going to pull them down, extrude. Now if you use the green arrows, you'll see that you get these ugly looking cones. You do not want that. Instead, just switch straight to the move tool, be able to push them right down. And I'm going to come into my front view here. Alright, so let's do that. And then you might be saying, hey, Mr. Meyer, how do I get these to match? Well, to make it easy on ourselves, just scale them towards the center. There you go. Alright, so that's going to give you that shape, the little hoops. So, got that, and then, so you might have noticed I left this a little tall here because these might be different sizes. Oh, so let me make sure in this view. Okay, no, I just want to make sure this isn't poking out of the object. Okay, cool. When in doubt, in fact, just to show you guys, I'm going to go into vertex mode, grab these verts, basically achieve the same thing I was doing a second ago. Yep, and just pull them in a little bit more so that they're more hidden inside. it's better to bias them towards the inside of your wagon. Yeah, you'd rather see them on the inside than on the outside. Okay. So, we got this. It really is as simple as you think it is. So next, I'm going to take this, duplicate it, and let's bring this to right there. And what I'm doing right now is I'm just trying to line up the bottoms. Okay, do not worry about the top part. Line up where they should be at the bottom. And I guess, so I got this lined up at the bottom here. I'll switch into my perspective view again. And what I'm going to do, it does not matter which vertex you put it on. I'm going to snap this pivot point to one of the vertices on the base. Whoops. Make sure you snap it to the right thing. Come on. Come on, Maya. It's time to wake up. Come on, buddy. Alright, I'm going to snap it on here. Isolate select so that Maya does not continue to do this. Snap it onto the bottom. Okay. Thank you, Maya. So, I did that so that when I go to rotate this now, because I'm going to rotate this to align with these nice dotted lines, blam. Duplicate. Move it forward. And I'll move this up. Rotate it. All right. And that's 3. Let's go back into our side view here. Take this, duplicate it, move it back here, and yoink. Duplicate this, move it back, and rotate it. All right, so there's our covering, our supports for our covering. All right. Now, there are many different ways that you can make this covering. The easiest way, I grab and take. Oh, whoops. Pardon me. You're gonna duplicate. All right. So I have a duplicate here, and what you're gonna do. I'm just isolate select to show you I have a duplicate. I'm going to switch into edge mode. Find the middle line. Alright, are you with me so far? Extrude. Move tool. Of course. Of course. So we'll talk about fixing this in a bit. So we'll do that at the end. Stuff that we have not covered yet, but very easy to fix. Okay? And okay? And one last thing, let's switch into our side view. I'm going to take this selection, snap my pivot point for these edges to down here, and do the same thing. Blap, blap. Okay. Now, zoom out a little bit. And I'm just eyeballing. All right. Now let's go ahead and fix your normals. That's what these areas are called. Real quickly. So basically, what you need to do, just do like you would. Shift double click across, and except for this one, because it is already gray. So this one's already gray. The ones that are black on the outside, you want to just go to Mesh Display, Reverse. And then one other thing, you'll see that you have all these jagged lines. Just select this. Oh, one more thing. So I shift double clicked across this row of faces because I still have my duplicate here. Still have my duplicate pole. And so I'm holding shift and dragging across the whole object. So it inverted my selection. These are no longer selected. All of the faces on my duplicate pole are selected. Thank you for your service and good night. All right, and that leaves me with my covering, right? So, let's fix this up in a second. I want to do my Mesh Display Soften Edges, and now you'll see you get a nice smooth sheen on your covering. Okay, and then I'm just going to go into Isolate Select real quick, grab this edge and this edge because you'll see that you get your pipes sticking out here. And actually, I'm going to add this in this edge. I think it'll help out. Scale them out slightly. Scaling them away from each other. That way, you don't have the poles sticking through. All right. So now there's that. One final thing required. You will notice. I'll just stay in here. You can see in the background on the reference, there's sagging in the fabric because these are supporting the high points on our fabric. In between that, there's less tension, so you have some droop. Okay, so how we're gonna do that? First things first, I'm gonna go grab my Insert Edge Loop tool. I'm just making sure oh, okay, whatever. I'm getting a weird error. So I'm gonna just turn on my, I'm gonna go to my side view. Let's speak properly. I'm gonna turn on my side, or my X-ray in my side view. And what I'm gonna do is add this edge loop more or less along where the poles are, okay? So now I have 4 sections, 5 edge loops, right? 2, 3, 4. Yep. Hold on one sec. So from here, I'm going to just open up my tool settings, multiple edge loops, and we're going to use 2 multiple edge loops. You know what? Let's be fancy. Let's be fancy. 3 multiple edge loops. Blam. Just click in each of these sections. And then what we're going to do, I'm pressing Q to end my, I'm going to go back to my Insert Edge Loop too. Reset, because we're smart cookies. Then I'm going to press Q, because I want to be done with my Insert Edge Loop tool and switch to my Select tool. Just shift double click, let's grab all these loops here. Alright. And what we're going to do, Scale tool, make sure this is reset, and interesting, let's go into the world, axis orientation world, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to snap this pivot point to any of these, any of these points here at the bottom, because what we're going to do is we can now scale these loops down towards the bottom. Oh, look at that, that's so sick. Okay, so a little bit of droop there. I'm going to grab the middle loops. And one more time, snap these down here. Droop it a little bit more. Bam. Okay, so if you're so inclined, I'm fine with you just sticking with this. If you are a true Maya killer, you can grab this loop here, and I use select range, so select here, shift double click over to here. I'm gonna pull this forward slightly more and rotate it a touch. Oh, okay. Before I finish this, or before I go do this, if you have this, you are done, okay? If your wagon looks like this, you are done, okay? So this is bonus round. Bonus round. If you want to add this little part, or at least something approximating it, I'm just showing you how to do that. So, yeah, I think that's even the right selection I want. So I'm just gonna snap my, to there, stretch this up a little bit, rotate it slightly forward a little bit, okay, and then I'm gonna go do it on this side real quick before I go extrude, and let's go ahead and pull that more forward. And again, I just need to snap my pivot point to here, scale tool, yoink, okay, and then so I have those edges selected, shift and click, shift and double click, extrude time, and alright, so these look stupid. Let's fix them. Select this, shift double click to here, scale tool, flatten it, move these components back, and then, push them down a little bit. There we go. And then, you know the drill. Take your pivot point, snap it down here, rotate it out, take this, shift double click, scale it flat just like on the Rubik's Cube, push it back so that it's aligned with the front, rotate tool, move your pivot to the bottom, rotate it. And again, you can just take the whole object, mesh display, soften edge. Okay? Thank you for watching the full and complete demo for doing the canvas covering for the wagon. Alright.